Check this out. A girl grabs a handful of red beans and shoves them right up her butt. As soon as the signal blares, there are a total of 10 girls. They bolt into a run in a split second. But they can't take big steps, must clamp their butts super tight so those red beans don't pop out. For regular folks, the step size is usually between 1.3 and 1.9 feet. But these girls can only take baby steps of about 1 foot. If they step outside that range, those red beans will plop out of their butts and they're toast in an instant. Well, turns out this is a freaking hunter selection. Strangely enough, only the girls with rock-solid butts get picked, and the ones who don't cut it gotta lug around dung baskets every day and clean toilets door to door, and then bury the crap up on the mountain. They can never say "I," just like freaking slaves. So these girls gotta crank up their running frequency. They race over to a huge tree. There are 3 10-foot-tall ladders with red silk draped on them. The girls climb up while squeezing their butts tight as all get out. They gotta walk in a dead straight line with every single step. Deviate even a teensy bit and it's all gone to waste. But it ain't over by a long shot. The girls who snag the red silk gotta go jump rope next up. The red beans still better not fall. They clutch their skirts tight with their hands and dart into the rope. Keep their legs squeezed tight and jump high. Everyone's got to jump 5 times in a row without a break or else they're screwed. After this round of selection, 3 girls end up as total slaves. This competition is totally nuts. In the second round, every girl got to lie on a bed and let the tribe's midwife check what's going on down there with them pelvic floor muscles. The hip size got to be at least 2.75 yards. But there's this one girl whose hip is jammed at just 2.65 yards. Nah, not even being a tenth of a yard shy is good enough. She gets booted out pronto, and for the final act, the girls gotta lie on the ground with their legs under and spread at a 45-degree angle, making a compass-like stance. They gotta hold this for more than an hour. But the key deal in this selection is that every girl gotta be on her period. If not, she ain't got a snowball's chance in hell of being in the selection, but they're smack dab in a hunter selection. So why the heck is everything so crazy weird? Take a real good gander at this kung fu pic here. You'll see that the prey they're after is men. In this tribe, it's all women. They figure men are total evil demons, so they're all off the grid and hunkered down in a fog. They never make contact with men and turn this joint into a women's land. But that causes a wicked fast decline in population. To keep the tribe alive and kicking, the queen throws a demon hunting ceremony every year. Girls who are exactly 18 and on their periods are sent to the selection arena. In this tribe, it's all women. Girls with huge boobs and big butts are seen as the best ones for having babies and becoming hunters. Then they get sent outside the tribe to lure guys into driving with them. If a baby boy is born, he'll be tossed into the river without mercy. And the first one to have a girl baby will be the next queen. Right now, the one who's got the best shot at the throne is Sampo, the daughter of the current queen. But Sampo is a real dud. She totally depends on her mom to cheat for her. She's got a tiny butt, but her mom, using her power as the queen, shuts up the examiner. The examiner tells these hunter candidates that they gotta find tall and buff men to get pregnant easy. He also points at a certain spot on the picture to help them know what a bird looks like. A bunch of girls cover their eyes right away in embarrassment. In the earlier rounds, Sampo barely makes it through, but the last round is seduction, and that's a real tough one for her. She thinks this step is super embarrassing. The doctor puts on a mask and plays the role of a man. And Kayla, Sampo's bestie, is the first one to take the test. She sways her hips and struts like a catwalk model. Her eyes have 3 parts charm, 3 parts affection, and 4 parts nonchalance. Holding a little grass in her hand, she drops it casually on the ground. Then she bends down, showing off a nice S-shaped curve, and she smoothly touches the doctor's body. The whole set of seduction moves is so smooth that it gets applause from everyone. In this here tribe, the women gotta learn how to hook up with men. Let's take a look at how a beauty pulls off some seduction. Sampo is a real looker, but all of a sudden, it's like she's possessed by the fake smile boy. She flashes a perfect set of 8 teeth and marches forward like a soldier on a mission. Then, out of nowhere, she whips out a flower from behind and goes, "Oh, you're my heart, you're my liver, you're my little sweetie pie." The doctor is so grossed out that he yanks off her mask right away and says there's enough grease on her to fry up a whole dish. Sampo's feeling a bit down in the dumps. She starts thinking back to what Kala did. So she charges up and throws her arms around the doc. But just then, she spots a bug on the flower and lets out a shriek that's so not ladylike. In the end, Sampo gets the boot. Kala makes it as a hunter. But at this point, the moms of the other girls who got eliminated are majorly ticked off. They're convinced there's some shady business going on in the selection and claim the examiner took bribes from someone. They're demanding a do-over. Facing everyone's anger, the queen's secretly stoked, 'cause she doesn't want the throne to end up in anyone else's hands. That's why she cooked up this ruckus. And now it's been decided that the legendary Psalm goddess who watches over the tribe will pick the last hunter. The girls head to the hot spring pool and stick their hands into the hot spring. If their hand changes color, then they can become a hunter. There are 4 girls in total vying for this final shot. This here competition is totally rigged. See, the girls all stick their hands in at the same time. The first 3 girls, nothing happens. But when Sampo pulls her hand out, there's this golden glow on her palm. No doubt about it, it's another one of the queen's schemes. After that, the 6 hunters pack up their stuff and get ready to leave the tribe. They come to this foggy place. Passing through here will take them to the outside world. But this fog's super freaky. If they try to charge through, they'll get stuck inside and might even run into that creepy half-human, half-monster thing. These girls all have a piece of turmeric on them. Holding it means they can push back the fog. Once they all make it outside, that turmeric turns into a hunk of gold. It's the key to get in and out. The guardian warns them not to lose it, or they won't be able to get back home. The girls who are seeing the outside world for the first time are totally stunned by the huge mountains. The guardian hands them a map and tells them to find the contact person. Kala is very smart. She finds the person very quickly with the map. The contact person can't talk. They can only communicate with gestures, and this place will be their base camp. Man, these girls are just so pitiful. They gotta get pregnant within 2 months, and if they don't manage to get pregnant successfully, they'll be put to death when they come back. So right after they put down their luggage, they head to a small town to look for those really tall and strong men. The town is super lively, but these girls see that all the vendors there are holding big old knives. 1 chop, 2 chops, 3 chops. They're chopping up roasted chickens and raw fish on the chopping boards. These girls who haven't seen much of the world think these men are actually killing people. One of the girls is so scared that she faints right on the spot, and they don't even realize that a piece of turmeric falls to the ground and is picked up by a guy named Min. Min can't wait to go to the pawn shop. The boss takes a look and says that this piece of turmeric is worth enough to buy an entire small town. Min quickly puts the thing away and leaves the pawn shop. After the girls get back, Kayla tries to comfort everyone. She says that demons are just so cruel. We gotta overcome our fear and try to get pregnant and go home as soon as possible. So everyone pulls themselves together again. They let their hair down and tighten up their tube tops. The beauties are about to hunt men. They show off their tiny waists. Each one walks with a catwalk, swaying their graceful figures and showing charming smiles as they arrive in front of a tea stall. There are several men taking a break here. Their chests are broad, their arm muscles are bulging, and they are tall and mighty. When the girls see this scene, they show satisfied smiles. And the men are also very satisfied. There's actually a free feast. Their saliva is even dripping down to their crotches. A girl steps out, reaches out, and holds onto a nearby big tree. She gives a seductive wink and makes an S-shaped curve. The men are instantly excited, and their adrenaline surges rapidly. A bearded big man immediately comes over. The girl caresses his body, running her hand from the front to the back. It's like an electric current running through the man's body. Then the girl lifts her perky butt and lures the man into the small woods. The other girls all use the same trick and hook the men. Before long, only Sampo and Kayla are left in the group of girls, and there is only one man left in front of them. When the two are about to be coquettish, Sampo suddenly realizes that the turmeric on her body is gone. She immediately goes back to look for it. Sampo walks back all the way but finds nothing. She is so anxious that she is almost crying. However, at this moment when she looks up, she is instantly stunned. Man, I've never seen such a freaking handsome dude. He's tall and buff as hell. His hair is all slicked back. He's rocking a sharp suit, not rude one bit. Sampo is smitten right away. Without thinking, she reaches out to touch his face. The handsome guy takes a careful step back, not knowing what Sampo's up to. In a flash, she remembers everything she learned in the tribe. The next second, she's like going to a heroic death or something. She shows this cheesy smile and starts twirling around in front of the dude, just like Kala did. The sweet smell of her hair hits the man's face. The guy thinks she's even weirder now. Then Sampo pretends to twist her ankle and purposely falls into his arms. Hooking her arm around the man's neck, she coos,
"Oh man."
The man's instantly covered in goosebumps and yanks Sampo to the ground. Looking at her sad expression, the man realizes he was super impolite. So he helps her up again. Sampo thinks he's into her. If women want to get pregnant, they gotta seduce men. The man quickly holds up his hand to stop her and says anxiously, "Don't come near me." Sampo's all confused and asks dumbly, "If I don't come close to you, how can I have a baby with you?" The man's totally stunned. He's never seen such a shameless woman. He immediately scolds, "Girls should have some self-respect and self-love." But Sampo finds him hilarious. She's never seen a man who can stay so calm with a beautiful woman around. She thinks he's just putting on an act. The man's at a loss for words. Sampo sees that he seems to be wavering a bit and takes a step forward. The man's got great manners and doesn't want to lecture her anymore, so he says he's got stuff to do and will be back later. He tells Sampo to wait under the tree and they exchange names. The man only says his family name is Chan. Never trust a man. Sampo's been waiting under that big tree for the handsome Chan, but she has no clue that a man's words are total BS. She still doesn't realize she's been ditched. Chan is a railway designer, but if he wants to build a railway here, he's got to pass through that freaky, mysterious fog. Some folks say there are spooky spirits that can snatch souls in there. Those who went in before couldn't even be found dead. It's hella scary. But Chan's an atheist. At this time, looking at the map, he suddenly remembers that mysterious woman who showed up before. She seems to be close to the fog. So the next night, this jerk Chan comes up with a bunch of excuses. He heads to that big tree to take a shot. And who would have thought he'd actually run into Sampo again? And she ain't mad at all. She even says he's true to his word. Chan feels kind of guilty. He didn't expect that this girl who acts so wild is actually an innocent one. Right after that, Sampo starts flirting again. She takes his hand and puts it on her cheek. But the guy rejects her again and pulls his hand back. Sampo's super sad, asking him if he thinks she's ugly. As she's talking, her eyes fill up with tears. Chan just doesn't get why she's so hooked on having a baby. In this tribe, women who can't get pregnant will get whacked. Chan is totally shocked, but he still tells her that he'll only have a baby with the woman he's really into. Sampo gets it. She realizes her moves haven't been wild enough yet, so he ain't feeling it. So she moves her butt real slow towards him. Then she looks at him dead serious, feeling the liking in her heart for real this time. She gives him a proper flirtatious look. Then she tilts her head a bit, getting ready to plant a kiss. But Chan dodges it again, and he warns her that if she dares to kiss him again, he'll toss her into the ravine to feed the wolves. Sampo don't give a damn and moves even closer to him. Just like that, the two of them hang out together all night. Chan takes advantage of this kindness and wants to walk her home. His aim is to see what's behind that freaky fog. But right at this moment, his subordinate stumbles over and finds him and says the chief engineer went into the fog and didn't come out. Turns out just last night, to catch up on the schedule, the engineer took his crew and wanted to check out the fog. There's this freaky fog in the woods. Don't go in there. But the engineer barged into it. And before his crew could go in, they heard the roar of wild beasts coming from inside. In no time, the engineer was dragged in. At this moment, Chan sees the engineer's body is all covered with bite marks from wild monsters. He's super heartbroken, hiding in the woods and cries by himself in silence. Sampo figures this is a good chance, so she comes to offer some warmth. She takes his hand and presses it gently over and over, saying this'll ease the pain in his heart. Chan don't refuse. He seems to realize his heart's been stirred a bit. Right after that, Sampo sends a flirt again, but gets rejected by Chan once more. Cause he knows Sampo is just after getting pregnant and hasn't truly fallen for him yet. But now Sampo's run out of patience. She sorts out her thoughts again. In the land of women, getting pregnant is a woman's top priority. It really don't matter who the dude is. As long as it's a guy, that'll do. It's like the heavens heard Sampo's deep down wish. Right then, a man shows up in the forest. He's got majorly developed chest muscles and is hella tall and strong. For sure a guaranteed hit. Sampo jumps right into action and starts sending flirty looks at the man in front of her. The guy catches on quick too. He takes off the stuff on him and strolls over slowly. But then Sampo thinks of that handsome Chan. Her body instinctively feels disgusted. So she shuts her eyes and imagines the man's face as Chan's. Now she's feeling a whole lot better. She lies down on the man's clothes. The man touches her super smooth cheek. Then he takes off his clothes. But in the next second, Sampo snaps back to reality real fast. Chan's face vanishes. She starts resisting instinctively again. But the man is already all set to go, and there's no way he's letting go. Her hand is held tight as can be. Sampo is completely freaked out and shouts for help real loud. The woman's about to get bullied big time. Just when the dude's fixing to force himself on her, there's a huge bang. All of a sudden, Chan shows up and knocks that guy out cold. Sampo hugs him right away. At this moment, she realizes she's head over heels for Chan. Before this, she didn't know how to say how she felt. She could only show it by doing stuff. Chan hugs her tight too, and they finally understand what's in each other's hearts. But Chan still thinks Sampo's way too mysterious. She ain't like an ordinary girl at all, so he still won't agree to have a baby with her. As for Kayla, after she realizes Sampo's gone missing, she can't be bothered to look for a man anymore. But every move she makes still makes Min fall for her like a ton of bricks. On the way, she gets intercepted by Min. This beauty is acting like a total hooligan. Min is leaning against a big tree, trying to play the part of a refined young dude. Kala's eyes light up. She comes over and starts getting handsy, saying he's super strong. Then she gives his butt a pat. It's firm and perky. Min is instantly stunned. What's up with this woman? She's acting even more like a hooligan than he is. Next, she gets all close to him. The fragrance of Kala's body instantly makes him lose his mind. Kala figures he's the one, but right now she still has to find Sampo. So the two of them make a pact to meet here again at night. Before long, Kala finds Sampo. After they talk to each other, they realize the turmeric is gone. Kala then takes out hers and says that even if they can't find it, she'll still take Sampo home. But this scene is seen by Min again. In his mind, a plan sprouts. At night, Kala, as promised, finds Min. As she walks, she takes off her outer clothing. Under the moonlight, Kala's skin shines silver, like a top-notch pearl. Min is staring so hard, his eyes are about to pop out. Without much talking, Min takes Kala and goes straight home. They immediately get down to baby-making business. After it's done, while Kala is sound asleep, Min quietly steals the turmeric and puts it in his chest. But when he wakes up, the turmeric is gone. Turns out Kala didn't sleep a wink last night. She clearly saw how Min stole the turmeric. So she woke up early in the morning and took the turmeric back. At the same time, the other girls are really quick. Man, these symbols ain't no joke. On the board in the room, there are a bunch of vertical bars written with chalk. 5 bars make a group. There's a total of 20 vertical bars representing the number of times they've gone for a love drive. Then they mix a special powder with their urine. If the color changes when it mixes with the powder, that means they're pregnant. Right now, all 4 of the other girls have shown signs of being pregnant in the test. Only Sampo and Kala still ain't got no luck. The 4 girls decide to take off and head back to the tribe first. They're all dreaming about being the next queen. As for Kala, she's going nuts with worry because she ain't pregnant yet. Just when she's about to go look for a dude, Min shows up again. He just heard their conversation outside, so he wants to make a deal with Kala. He'll help Kala get pregnant, but Kala's got to give him more turmeric. Kala realizes right away that the turmeric Sampo lost was in Min's hands. She pulls out a dagger real quick and says, "You took advantage of me and still want me to pay you? So you don't lose no matter what. Hurry up and take out the turmeric." Min sees that she looks all delicate and weak and ain't scared of her trying to act tough at all. But in the next second, Kala gives a downward glance. Min hurriedly shields his little fella. Kala swings her knife right away. Min can't dodge in time and tumbles onto the wooden plank. In an instant, Kala aims at his little fella and makes a sudden stab. Min quickly dodges backward but gets his palm scratched and is also grabbed by the throat. Kala seizes the chance to snatch the turmeric and then heads outside to look for a man. And lo and behold, she sees Min being chased by someone. Kala's heart inexplicably flutters. She immediately chases after him. And what she sees is that Min's brothers are mistaken for bandits by a bunch of soldiers and are all done for. At the crucial moment, Min and his elder brother dash out in a hurry. Only then does Kala realize that Min turns to being a thief because of his poverty-stricken life. And stealing turmeric is to buy weapons and take on the soldiers. So she goes over and says she's willing to agree to Min's deal. But she'll only give him the turmeric after she gets pregnant, and only one piece. This time, the two of them hold nothing back from each other. But there's a look of affection in Min's eyes. He reaches out and takes off Kala's clothes. The two of them do the deed again, and this time Kala finally hits the jackpot. Just when Min excitedly goes to take the turmeric in her hand, Kala waves her hand again and makes a demand. The girlfriend actually asks Min to help her friend get pregnant. The 2-month deadline is almost up and the person in charge is already sharpening his knife. As soon as the time's up, if Sampo still ain't pregnant, she'll be offed. But Min ain't happy about it. He ain't never seen such a big-hearted woman. But for the sake of his older brother, he still chooses to give in. Just as the two of them are walking into the woods, Kala's got this sad look on her face. But she can't stop it because this is their mission. But will Chan really just sit back and do nothing? As for the 4 girls who went back, they got a real warm welcome. But after they get back, they gotta drink this forgetting potion. This kind of potion will only make them forget the outside world and not forget everything in the tribe. The purpose is to keep people from running away because they're longing for the outside. But after they drink it, their babies actually all get miscarried. Turns out that when the queen finds out her daughter ain't back yet, to keep the throne from falling into the wrong hands, she teams up with the doc and puts an abortion drug in the medicine. This Thai drama is called La Play the Hidden Town. It's still being updated. If you want to keep watching, type 1 in the comments section. This drama is really good. I recommend watching the original. See you next time. Bye.